Hi, today we are looking at replacing a garbage disposal in a typical kitchen sink. My garbage disposal finally decided to kick the bucket. It's jammed up a couple of times and I was able to pull it out, clean it out, and whack it with a rubber mallet a few times and get it to unseize, but it finally has given up the ghost. So I jumped on Craigslist and picked up a InSinkErator Evolution Space Saver. The latest technology in garbage disposing, I suppose. It was a good deal, and hopefully will last a little bit longer than my previous one, which only made it about 4 years. That was pretty disappointing. Replacing a garbage disposal is a pretty easy job that I would recommend doing yourself, even with some basic tools and limited experience, and you can save a bundle over hiring a plumber. So here's your basic garbage disposal unit. The garbage goes in the top, and here's the main drain down here that will run to some PVC pipes below your sink to drain to your sewer lines, and then a secondary line that typically runs to your dishwasher. Here's the neck and flange fitting drain that goes on top of it, and you can kind of get an idea of how this goes. It'll twist on here and lock into these tabs on the top. So we're going to mount this unit here to the top of our sink, which looks a little unsightly. So this will mount right here, and then the garbage disposal will lock on beneath it. And we'll take a quick look at the garbage disposal unit we've got in there right now. And here's the unit that we have already, a Whirlpool GC1000. Apparently not the best unit. I looked it up, and this was, I think, the cheapest you could buy. It's 1/3 horsepower, and the one that I just got was 5/8 horsepower. But enough of that. So here's the that neck assembly up top, and this appears to mount in pretty much the exact same way, where it's going to twist into this flange up here, and then it has the same two drain lines back here. I don't know if the camera is getting this very well or not, but there's a drain line at the bottom, and then one running to the dishwasher at the top here. So we're gonna just unfasten this PVC collar right here that is probably just finger tight. Yep, just like that. And then there's this fastener up here with just a screwdriver and a hose clamp. We're just going to remove that with a flat blade screwdriver. And then we should be able to rotate the unit out of this collar up here. Alright, I have the old unit out, and I just used a flat blade screwdriver and just lined it up with the tabs here, and tapped on it with a rubber mallet to rotate this collar around to unfasten it from this lip right here on the collar. And we're going to use the collar that came with the new garbage disposal. And so to remove the old one, we're just going to remove these flat blade screws right here, and that's going to allow us to pull this collar up through the top. So I removed those flat blade screws that were stabilizing the ring and holding it in that were going up, and this ring sat under this ring, and this collar goes through like so, and there's just a real basic snap ring that fastens around it and falls into this groove. That's what prevents this piece from falling, just the entire unit from falling down. That's what holds the two together. And then this ring and gasket just sits on the top of your sink like that. And the new one that I have is the exact same kind of thing, a little bit nicer looking, and it's got that same snap ring right here, and then the exact same design with the screws that stabilize it. So I'm just going to install this new assembly exactly the way the old one was, and then we're going to be almost ready to install the new disposal unit just like the old one was installed. And we're going to twist this bottom ring onto these grooves right here on this top flange. Alright, we have the new drain installed and fully mounted up. That snap ring was a little harder to get on than it was to get off, but it wasn't too tough. Now we're just moving the last couple of pieces of hardware from the old disposal unit to the new one. The old disposal unit had this little PVC coupling on it, just a fitting here like that. And we're going to put that on the new one. This new one fastens on a little bit differently, but same kind of situation. Just have this little 90-degree downspout. That fastens on with a little hose clamp, just like that. And then we're going to put this hardware onto the new one. And that's going to in turn connect to this little piece of PVC under the sink. Alright, we're ready to do our electrical wiring. It's really surprising to me that this wasn't actually included with the unit. If you need a wall power cord, you're actually going to have to go buy one yourself. In my case, I have an old one I can transfer from my previous unit. But they just have some exposed wiring. If you've ever done like a ceiling fan or light fixture or anything like that, this is pretty easy stuff. I don't think you need an electrician for basic wiring like this. We're just going to unfasten these wire nuts. And pull them apart. And then remove our ground connection. And then remove our power cord. And then do the reverse steps to install the power cord into the new unit, which has basically the exact same connections here. Run the cord through here, and then fasten them here and here. Alright, we have our electrical cable connected, and now we're ready to remove the plate that blocks the extra drain to go to your dishwasher. And the instructions just suggest using a screwdriver and a mallet. It seems like a good idea. Well, there's a couple of holes in it. We'll punch a few more in there. Alright, that looks completely clear, and we'll be able to connect that to our dishwasher now. I can't really quite see in there, but you get the general idea. Alright, so we're just going to mount this up, plug it in, and make sure it works. Alright, we've got everything back together, and works just fine. It is much quieter, it seems. One thing I did notice putting it back together, and I don't know how I didn't notice this before, but the way these flanges are supposed to work, you can just insert a screwdriver like this to have some leverage to rotate the flange. I don't know how I didn't notice that before, but works a lot better than trying to use a hammer or whatever method you have. But that's pretty much all there is to this. As you can see, it's very easy, and I would say an excellent task to tackle for any do-it-yourself oriented kind of person that wants to save some money over calling a plumber or a contractor from Home Depot or something like that. But if you have any questions, feel free to post them on the video, and I'll do my best to try to help. Thanks.